Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 6 here on Snowdrop Tundra for the Sneasel competition. We've only got a couple days left, and I still haven't caught a Sneasel. We got 12,000 and something sneaky snacking, and we also got no more skill triggers. We did get 2 this morning, so that's all good. We're going to get some extra candies from our Raichu. I could collect from Raichu and Raticate, but I don't want to. I'm just going to let them sneaky snack because our ingredient bag's pretty full, so I don't want to fill it up with any excess ingredients that we don't need. Another skill trigger from Swallow, very good, 2,682, which is good. We started off with 1 this morning. I think it was actually like 2,700 and something, so both of them pretty similar. And then as far as Walrein goes, same story. Don't want to collect from him. Just gonna let him sneaky snack, but I guess I will see if there's a skill trigger. There isn't. We'll just let him sneaky snack as well. 3 berry finders on the team, and you may wonder, why Raticate? Funny enough, Raticate's just my 3rd best berry gatherer for Snowdrop, so that's why. No particular reason other than it's the 3rd best. We also gave Snorlax 1,928 berries, so that's good. That's gonna be something we can collect later. But for now, let's get this breakfast done. Tea time corn scones. Let's clear out some of those mushrooms, man. We don't need all those there. You know what? Let's actually save those mushrooms for Sunday. Let's do this today. Let's throw in some sausage. Make sure we get some extra protein in those scones, man. All right. Extra tasty, please. Wow. That's... what is that? Is that 4? No, 3 in a row. 50-50 odds failed me. This is why I am a fan of keeping Dedenne on the team and just stacking up extra tasty odds if you've got the ability to. I really should have instead of bringing Raticate, but I was trying to play it different, trying to play more optimally, because odds are you are going to get the extra tasty. But, you know, every once in a while you have these bad days. So I just prefer to keep Dedenne on the team, but, you know, here I am not practicing what I preach. But let's grab our 200 sleep points. We're in a pretty good place. 200 sleep points puts us at 4,607 for our grand total. And our daily lottery gonna be, I would be really happy with Trip Biscuits. We haven't got that in a long time, but Diamonds is good too. I'm never gonna turn down Diamonds. Let's be completely honest. Diamonds are Lambo's best friend. And then I wanted to check. We're a little over halfway through Master 9. We're quite far from Master 16 that Raynon predicted, but who knows? Maybe it's just bad luck on these extra tasties, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's jump into the sleep report. Let's see if we finally got dozing to get that Sneasel. We've got 3 sleep reports left to try to get a Sneasel for this competition. 8 hours, 51 minutes. All right. Oh, that's looking like a good amount of dozing. That's 11%. Ooh, buddy. Is it enough? It's not. It's not enough. We're still slumbering. Yikes. Yikes. Yikes! That's bad. That's bad news for me. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 141 million. I don't even know what to say other than wow. Everybody was joking that I got so much slumbering the last few weeks that I was gonna have an easy time getting dozing for the competition. Nope. Not at all. I do see an adorable little Swablu up there. What else we got? Celio, Geodude. It looks like maybe a new sleep style, though. No, maybe. Oh, 2 new sleep styles. We got Schviel. Why not? Why not again? Yay. Swablu, Geodude, and Celio. All right. What are these 2 new sleep styles, then? Let's see. Let's go left this time. Oh, hello, gorgeous. Okay. All right. Alolan Ninetales. All right. The 1-star. We got a new sleep style at least. May not have got a Sneasel, but I'll take a new sleep style. All right. There we go. There we go. Not our first one, surprisingly. All right. We got one more sleep style. What did we find? Oh, hey there, big guy. What's going on? I think this is our first Braviary, the Preening 3-star sleep. 3 stars for the first one? Is this my first one, or am I just misremembering? It is. For the sake of its friends, this brave warrior of the sky will not stop battling, even if injured. It has been seen preening its feathers in its sleep. Maybe this is to keep its body ready for a fight at any time. All right, well, Braviary, ever the brave warrior, how appropriate. All right, I like it. I probably, unfortunately, won't be able to catch it. I kind of want to. I do kind of want to. Oh, I forgot it's only 12 pips to catch it. And it kind of seems worth it because it's level 41 to evolve a Rufflet into a Braviary. So if you get one now, all you're missing out on really is the 5 inventory space and the 1 free level up, which that 5 inventory space can somewhat be mitigated by a good inventory up sub skill. Or the ribbon. I kind of want to. You know what? If this thing was hungry, we could take it home today, but maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. We didn't get lucky. Go figure. All right. Well. As much as I want to spend great biscuits on this thing, I need to save them for, you know what? I'm not even going to say if. I'm going to say for when we find our Sneasel, I need to save these great biscuits because it's going to take everything I've got to catch it. Especially with the way my luck is going. Celio, you know what? We do need a better berry finding spiel line. So I guess since you're hungry, I will feed you 1 biscuit and we'll see if that's a crit cap. Come on, buddy. Be my friend. Braviary didn't want to be my friend, but you do. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. We did have a spiel here, but I spent that premium biscuit on Braviary, so can't catch this field today. I tried for the gamble and it didn't pay off. So it looks like sadly we're not catching anything today. That is unfortunate. But if we see Braviary again, we might be able to. Just maybe, especially if it shows up hungry. We've only got 8 pips left to catch it. If it's hungry, we can definitely take it home. But hopefully we see a Sneasel. There are 3 Pokemon that I'm looking for while we're here, and none of them showed up here today, even though one of them is on slumbering for sure, and I think the other 2 are dozing. So it is what it is. We gotta unfortunately move on. No catching anything today, but we've got some big stuff to talk about anyway, so it's not that big a deal. We've got other good things going on today. We're gonna send out some Rufflet candy to try to help out everybody. That is a gorgeous little sprite right there. That Braviary sprite. Anyway, we're going to send out some Rufflet candy, hopefully help out some folks building their Braviary. We did get 8,352 research XP and 9,885 dream shards. Not bad at all. Very well done. All right, we've got 696 more sneaky snacking. And actually, I kind of do want to collect from you just to see if you had a skill trigger. You didn't. We got more soybeans. I didn't want to fill up my inventory with excess ingredients, but here we are. Let's check the news. We, of course, have no new news because we had all the big news about Darkrai, Rufflet, and the new Moon Day yesterday. We've also got community reports, and that's going to give us 29 of them. Very nice indeed. All right. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doubled up out of 29. That's pretty good odds. That's a little over 25%, so not bad, not bad. All right. No level ups. Let's back it up. We did get a level up last night. Barty, good job. Welcome to the level 5 crew. All right. All that fun stuff out of the way. Let's talk about what we got to talk about. We are, of course, everyone has, well, most everybody has caught this thing. And those of you that have caught it have done the thing already. I was so wrapped up in everything going on these last couple days that I forgot all about it. I have my Eureka Seed for my Darkrai that I got the night before, 2 nights ago. I was out of town at a family event, and so it happened really quickly. Like I said in yesterday's video, I just kind of skimmed through it real quick and got the Eureka Seed, and then had to get back to what we were doing. And so it was all kind of foggy in my brain. But I did get my Eureka Seed. I have yet to use it. We're going to use it today. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about what we're looking for with Darkrai. What I think that is going to be the best way to build your Darkrai out. And it's going to be a bit of a hybrid between berry finding and skill triggering. So with that in mind, I did a little bit of some calculations. These are all level 10, even though all of our Darkrai start around 25. So level 10 doesn't really matter. I just wanted to talk about this just to be thorough. But personally, it looks like Helping Speed is going to be the best choice for your level 10 sub-skill, even though, like I said, doesn't really matter because once we get to level 25, it'll even out. It's not really that big a deal. But if you want to be just absolutely optimal, technically Helping Speed at level 10 is the best one. But we're going to go ahead and move on to 25 because we're all almost there anyway. So this first Darkrai, Helping Speed up front with berry finding at 25. The second one is Helping Speed up front with Skill Trigger M at 25. And then we've got berry finding, Helping Speed at 25. And then berry finding, Skill Trigger at 25. Now, this isn't all the combinations, but in my research, Skill Trigger up front actually was worse than everything else, so I didn't put it up there. I just wanted to show the comparison between why we would prefer Helping Speed at 10 and berry finding at 25, because technically at level 10, Helping Speed does do better than berry finding. Granted, not by a whole lot. So ultimately, it doesn't matter because, like I said, once you get to 25, Helping Speed berry finding or berry finding Helping Speed, they're both exactly the same at level 25. So it doesn't really matter which one you get unless you just want to be technical. So with that in mind, we're going to see what we get. And I'm going to use my Eureka Seed. Where's it at? Also, thank you everybody in the comments for pointing out that you get your Eureka Seed for filling up Darkrai's friendship bar when it shows up during New Moon Day. So those Master Biscuits are going to help out if you want to spend a Master Biscuit just to get a Eureka Seed. I don't know that you do, but you could. All right. A mysterious seed that can bring out Darkrai's true power. It was a gift from Darkrai to commemorate your friendship. You can choose one ingredient or sub-skill from Darkrai's helping stats to unlock or change. However, what it's changed to will be random. If you turn it into candy, you'll receive 40 Darkrai candies. Definitely don't want to do that yet. Maybe in the future, but for right now, no. For right now, let's get this level 10 sub-skill. Unlock sub-skill slot 1. One of the listed sub-skills will be selected. Do you want to use your Eureka Seed? It looks like pretty much every sub-skill is potentially there. Can I turn them off? No, of course not. It would be nice if they let you turn off like 3 or 4 of them. Be like, I don't want this one here. I don't want that one there. And then it's a game of like, which one do you want to turn off the most? Which, let's be honest, we'd all pick the same thing. Dream Shard bonus, energy recovery, research XP, that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. All right. Let's see. What do we get today? Come on, buddy. Now loading. You got to load that sub-skill. It's not what I expected to see. I didn't expect to see a now loading screen. What are we going to get? Ooh, it's a white sub-skill. Skill Trigger S. Okay. It's not ideal, but at least it's useful. It is at least useful, but Skill Trigger S is not ideal. Also, I'm not worried about ingredients at all. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would love to get an ingredient finding down nature with speed of help up. Adamant would be fantastic, but as far as I'm aware, we can't change the nature anytime soon. Maybe that means nature mints are coming at some point, since we already got stuff to change sub-skills and ingredient slots. So maybe nature mints. Maybe this is the precursor to that. We'll see. But honestly, at level 50, Skill Trigger is not the worst thing to have. It is going to take us a while to get to level 50, so that's unfortunate. I really would have liked to have had Skill Trigger at the level 50 slot instead, but it is what it is. Either way, let's go ahead and also this one right here, this last one, just a little brief side note. This one is in the Rate My Pokemon section. This is what Raynon says is the best Darkrai at level 100. I believe it gets outperformed by these Obviously, I didn't do these last 2 sub skills on these because I was only going to go to level cap anyway, because we can't unlock 75 and 100 right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to give you some foreshadowing. It's inventory up at level 75. That's what actually gives you the most strength. So, little bit of spoilers, but this is what Raynon says is top tier at 100. So this is what we're comparing it against. It is outperforming everything at level 50 right now, but at level 100, it does get outperformed by other stuff. So I'm not really sure why it picked this one. Plus, we can't even have adamant nature anyway. It has to be bashful. I just put it in there because that's what Raynon said. Anyway, let's go ahead and put ours in here for now. This is going to be ours, so we'll change this to mine. And we're going to change this to skill trigger S at level 10. And then we're going to leave it blank. Actually, no, let's assume that we get what we want. Actually, we can go ahead and turn this into skill trigger M. So I will subseed this if I use Darkrai. So it is what it is. So level 50, they're all the same because they have all the same skills. It's just, unfortunately, at level 25, mine will get outperformed. Not substantially, but a little bit, by about 2,000. Also, all of these are at level 4 main skills. The reason I did that is because with level 4 is where the skill trigger, or the main skill, starts to outperform berry finding gains. So if you don't have berry finding up front, you do need to have level 4 main skill at least to outperform what you get from having berry finding. So if it's a choice between berry finding or the main skill, level 4 is what you need. If you can get even higher, even better, but level 4 is where it outpaces berry finding. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Sadly, well, not sadly, it could have been worse. We could have got ingredient finder, you know? We could have gotten an ingredient finder. At least we got something useful that we actually want, so we don't have to re-roll that one. But it is what it is. I'm going to be looking to build helping speed, berry finding, skill trigger. So for me, since I've already got skill trigger at level 10, skill trigger, then hopefully helping speed, because let's go back to level 10. Helping speed does outperform berry finding. Granted, not by a lot, but by enough. Plus, in combination with skill trigger, helping speed is going to help him trigger faster, which is going to help us get more strength faster, hopefully, but also still bring in the berries. All of that said, the problem is the main skill. Reducing the energy level of Pokemon on the team that are not dark type by 12 kind of hurts. That's the big downside. That's why, as much as I am a big fan of Darkrai, it's my favorite mythical, I don't know that I'm going to use it all that often. I don't know what I'm going to do. Without more dark type Pokemon, and potentially without a dark type healer. Honestly, I think it would be fine if we had a dark type healer. I think you could get away with a dark type healer and the rest of the team not being dark type. But the negative effect on the healer is the problem. And the reason that's a problem is because of how it affects your energy throughout the day. Now, keep in mind, this is just average. This isn't what I'm going to actually see. But yeah. This is what my energy curve looks like with Darkrai on the team. Which, it doesn't look terrible, actually. It looks better than yesterday, funny enough. Why does it look better than yesterday? That's really weird. Anyway, it doesn't look terrible. But without Darkrai, that's what I was trying to do. Without Darkrai on the team, it looks a lot better. We go all the way up to 137 at one point. But with Darkrai on the team, we only go up to 119. It's not the worst. Having Darkrai on the team is not the worst. It's not that bad. But again, this isn't necessarily what you'll see every day. This is just an average expectation. Some days will be better than this. Some days will be worse than this. We've all had bad days with our healers. So if we have a bad day with our healer, this is showing me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skill triggers throughout the day. What about those days where we only get 3? Then you need to subtract 36 from this. So instead of 119 as your max energy for the day, you're getting, oh, math is hard. 83 is your max energy for the day outside of the 100 when you wake up. That's the problem. And that's why I'm not sure that I'm going to use Darkrai at this point. Maybe in the future, I'm going to continue to build Darkrai so that if there is a point where I want to use it, I have it ready to go. But I don't think that I am convinced that it's a good choice at the moment to use it. I don't like what it does to the energy curve. I don't like the negative energy for all of my team members. Because out of all of my teams, for curries, for salads, for desserts, only one of them is a dark type. Meowscarada is the only one that will not get negatively impacted. So I don't think I want to use it. Like I said, I am going to continue to build it, and I probably won't invest. Like, I could invest a sub-skill seed right now to get that skill trigger in, but unless I'm going to use it, it doesn't make sense to do so. So we'll just leave it as is, build it out over time, and if the time comes to use it, then invest in it more heavily. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. And like I said, this is what we're aiming for. I think this is going to be, if you really, unless you want to build specifically for an ingredient finding Darkrai, which is by all means, if that's what you want to do, go for it. It's your game, play your game the way you want. But if you just want to maximize total strength gains, this berry skill hybrid seems to be the best way to go. Pure berry focused didn't really seem to get as much. So that's my my opinion on it. I highly recommend these 3 skills if this is what you want to do to maximize your total strength gains from Darkrai, but I also would tell you to exercise caution. Maybe go into team analysis, look at your energy curves, see what it's actually going to do to your team, and see if you're comfortable with it. If you are, great, use it. If you got a better healer than me, you absolutely could get away with it. My issue is that my healer is not the best. It's pretty good, but it's not the best. Only 5.7. Oh, no, this isn't even my healer. This isn't even my healer. Hold on, let's sync. Yeah, my healer's 4.75. That's why it was better than yesterday, because I forgot. I checked to see what it would have, what it would look like with a better healer. This is what my energy curve actually looks like. Best case scenario, 113 early on in the day. We don't drop below the 80 break point. I mean, we do a little bit right there at 9 o'clock at night. But should pretty quickly get back above it. But again, this is assuming an average day, not what we actually see. That means half of the days are going to be worse than this. And that's the problem. If half of the days are only 3 triggers, we're not looking great, because we can go to skill triggers. Our daily count probability, let's see, 40% of the time we get 4 or more. And no, 40% of the time we get 4. 5, we only get 22% of the time. So 40% of the time we're missing 1. How many did this count for? There's 2. No. Skill recovery plus 29. That doesn't even make sense. My Gardevoir gets 18 each. How's that 29? Because even minus 12, that would be... yeah, that'd be 26. And we already got the cooking recovery there for breakfast. I don't know how 29. I'm going to assume it... I don't know. I'm going to say 2 skill triggers there, because I don't know how else we could get to 29 without 2 skill triggers. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So this is counting 5 skill triggers. But I only have a 22% chance to get 5 skill triggers in a day. So that means 80% of the time. Well, not really 80 because there's also a 10% chance to get 6 or more for blah, blah, blah. But most of the time, more than 50% of the time, I am only getting 4 or less skill triggers. So you take 1 away, 18 away from that, and then my max is no longer 113. It is, wow, math is super hard. 85. Yes, 85, I think. Yeah, 85. So that's a real bad day. And that's why I don't want to use Darkrai right now. Like I said, maybe if I had a better healer, it could be worthwhile. But as it stands right now, or maybe, you know, with a Blissey and another healer on the team, it could be viable. That way you've at least got 2 healers trying to back each other up. Or maybe even, you know, if you got the right ingredient finders on the team, Skeledirge would probably counteract Darkrai's effect on himself, but not on the team. But as it stands now, I'm not super confident in using Darkrai and it working out in my favor. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to aim for berry finding, skill trigger, helping speed, and go from there. And we're going to see what happens. And I'm not going to worry about ingredients because I don't care. I don't want him to bring in ingredients. I want him to bring in berries. So I'm not even going to unlock level 30 and 60 ingredients. Probably, maybe ever, because I don't want to. Bringing in more ingredients would lower how much berry strength we're going to get. So I'm not going to do that. But that is my opinion. That's what I think you should go for if you're trying to maximize your total strength gains from Darkrai. Like I said, if you want to build an ingredient finding Darkrai, by all means, do it. Play the game you want. Have fun. The way you want. Play the game the way you want and have fun. Ultimately, that's what we're here for, is to have fun. And I think Darkrai would make me not have fun. So I'm not really going to focus on him right now. Unless I'm thinking about this completely wrong and, you know, I learned some more information that makes me look at it a different way. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to move on. We're going to collect this mission. We gave Snorlax 1,928 berries for 1,810 more Dream Shards. Very nice. And hopefully we can get those diamonds. That would also be very nice, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And for now, we do have another entry into the Sneasel competition. This one from Star, and it is going to be quite interesting. I just looked at it, so we're going to put it together live on the air. So let's see. Star has well, actually, Star caught a Weavile. Very nice. We've got, let's reset these. So we've got skill trigger S, Dream Shard bonus, skill level up S, ingredient finder S, and inventory up S. With a, oh no, Star, I'm so sorry, a timid nature. But it is sausage, egg, which is not bad. Not bad. Let's see. 71,758. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. But, well, you know what? That's good enough for bronze. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and name this one. This one is Star Parade's Weavile entry. So let's save that there. We also, because somebody is an overachiever, we also have another entry from Blaze, the 4th one this week. Blaze, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I'm gonna need you to chill out, my guy. Let everybody else catch something. So this one is also sausage, egg, with inventory up L, inventory up S, skill trigger S, helping speed S, and helping speed M, with a hasty nature. XP gains up and energy recovery down. All right. Boom. There we go. 74,000. So not quite as good as your first one, your very first one, Blaze, but still not bad. I'm curious though. At level 100, it's actually pretty solid at level 100. Not too far off of that berry finding. That double speed is very good, but we are of course only going to level 65. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this one off the board. I know Blaze doesn't want this one to be his entry, so we're gonna go ahead and knock that one off the board. But good job catching a fourth one. At least everybody else is, you know what? I was gonna say at least everybody else is catching Sneasel. At least the rest of you are getting dozing. I can't even get dozing. I don't know what else to do. I'm just here. I'm here for the ride. I'm here for moral support. Good job, everybody. At least y'all caught some. At least you're seeing some, and at least you're getting dozing. Keep up the good work. We've got some stiff competition. Blaze set a very high bar right out the gate. So hopefully we see some good things. Maybe we'll see an upset. Who knows? But that is where I'm going to wrap things up for today. So hopefully all that information with Darkrai helped you in assessing what you want to do with yours. Like I said, I'm going to continue to build mine out. I'm going to shoot for those 3 sub skills, and we'll see what happens. But I'm going to get out of here. Y'all, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, YT Husky Star, JP Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, and Michael Hayes. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe plus or that join button right below this video. And you can also find a link to my Ko-Fi if you prefer a one-off donation as a support. I greatly appreciate it. You can also find links to my live stream channel as well as to the Discord where you can come hang out with and talk with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.